technical problems, so we're waiting for her to jump on. But I thought I'd get in here so the live is running and you all can start joining us. That's right. So welcome to the Psychic Cafe. Come on in, and grab your coffee and tea and pull up a chair and hang out. Post your questions in the chat here. And if you don't see the live chat, you might be in watching the video somewhere else. So type in your browser psychic.cafe/live. That'll take you into the actual show page where the chat is. So let me put that URL up for everybody if I can find it. Here we go. There we are. Just type in psychic.cafe/live and that'll take you right in. And you can ask for a general reading. You can say, can I have a message from the universe? Can I have a message from my guides, my angels? And if you have a specific question, type the specific question in. Uh, Try to limit it to a couple of lines. Don't write an entire book, but the more you tell us, the better the answer is going to be. Alrighty. So still waiting for Michelle to pop back on here. Her system wasn't working. I think she's switching. And I saw her pop on again, but her video didn't come up. So just giving it a few minutes for her to get on here. Meanwhile, you're just stuck with me. Okay. Oh, Dan's there. Hi, Dan. Dan's in the chat. Michelle's hubby. How's it going tonight, Dan? We're just hanging out, waiting for Michelle to get a here onto the live. There's such a long delay from our setup into the YouTube studio and then from the studio to YouTube. So it's several seconds. Try messaging Dan in the chat here. He might be trying to help Michelle get online here, get into the Zoom. Meanwhile, how's everybody doing? Um, I know several people have anxiety that I've talked to today. You know what I'm talking about, right? The election. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. By the way, I had Deborah Zachow on, and if you missed that episode, be sure to go and watch that episode. And we talked about her book Decode Tarot, which is great. If you want to get a copy, psychic.cafe/decode tarot. Yeah, we might get a teeny weeny kickback from Amazon if you do that. We appreciate it. Psychic.cafe/decode tarot. I'm going to put the link in the chat here. Give me a second. I'll grab this here. Oops. Decode tarot. There we go. And she was talking about like a lot about the numbers and such, about the election. And I pull cards just for fun. Boy, did I get that wrong. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to be on her show on oh God, what is that? I want to say the Thursday the 14th, so not tomorrow, the next week. Um, let me see here if I can bring up her channel. Deborah Zachow, and it's spelled with a Chau. And hers is Growing Your Light with Deborah Zachow. And if you can't or don't remember how to spell the name, just last name, just type in Grow Your Light with Deborah and it'll pop up. Um, I don't think she puts in all her upcoming shows. So I don't think. Oh no, it's in there. I found it. Ah, look at that. I gotta hit notify me on that one. And I will like the video even before I've been on the show. I'm gonna grab the share link and put it in the chat for everybody. So go over here and Nettie's here. Hey Nettie. Nettie's here for a general message from the universe. Okay. So this YouTube link that I just put in um is for the show a week from tomorrow. And I'm going to be her special guest talking about Psychic Cafe and pulling cards for everybody and so forth. Um, let me check this again. So, yeah, what you do is go over to her channel, Grow Your Light with Deborah Zachow. By the way, I'll put the put that title in there. Grow Your Light with Deborah Zachow. And I'll put the URL in too. Um, oops, if I can get it to her channel. And oh, the at sign link for YouTube is real easy. It's Grow Your Light. So youtube.com/ at sign Grow Your Light is her channel. And then when you get over to her channel, if you don't have the link directly to the show I'm going to be on, click the live tab on the main page and just scroll down a bit and you'll see it. Welcome Dax, founder of Welcome Dax, founder of Psychic Cafe, November 14th. And it's going to be 11 a.m. Pacific. So that's 2 p.m. Eastern, US time. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And on that show, I'm going to explain, and it'll be a great teaching moment. I'm going to explain how I got the prediction wrong, but tarot got it right. See, the tarot is always right. It's the interpretation that can be off. And even doing it, you know, decades and decades and decades of doing this, we can still make mistakes. And I'm going to explain exactly what happened and why the tarot was right the whole time. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that on her show because she was on our show as a guest talking about our book, Decode Tarot, when I did that prediction. So I think that'll be fun too. Plus her channel, she does all kinds of different things, but she does a lot of political stuff with the numbers and tarot and so forth. Yeah. Really great. In fact, I think last night I was at a meeting at the Legion and I got back and oh, it must have been after midnight, 12:30 going to 1. And I walked outside to stretch my legs and I looked on the phone and sure enough, Deborah was live with someone else. And I mean, uh, election night, they must have been on all night. I don't know how long of a live you can do. I guess there's no limit to it, maybe. I'm not sure. But I'm looking here to see Tuesday, November. Okay, these are all the setup ones. Okay, 16 hours ago, stay the course. And let's see. Oh, she did one checking in with everyone, streamed 38 minutes ago. Hmm. Yes, so I hope everybody's doing okay. We're still here. The world hasn't gone up in flames yet. We got a little time here before the end of the world. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, I think democracy will survive, but we will see. It's going to be very fascinating. I was watching the news and everything. It's like, yeah, they want it to go a certain way, but like, really, really, I mean, all the news outlets, I don't care what it is, they don't care which way it went. In fact, they might secretly like that it went the way it did because there's going to be so much news. Oh my God, it's going to be endless. 4 years of wackadoodle shit is about to go down. And so the news channels will be busy, busy, busy every day. Have you noticed how quiet it's been from our government? I mean, yeah, Kamala and the election and all that, but Joe, President Biden, it's like one or two things in the last couple of months. That's because he's actually doing his job. He doesn't need to be tweeting about everything, you know? So he's busy doing his job and making a couple of appearances here and there, and that's it. Um, but you just wait. The next 4 years is going to be every day inundated. I'm just going to have to shut everything off. I'm just going to shut everything off. It's going to be crazy. Okay, still waiting for Michelle to get back on. Hey, Dan, are you hearing me? What's the status with Michelle? I was kind of waiting for her to get in here. Ooh, we have someone from France whose name I cannot pronounce. Sekou. Seco? I'm just going to call them Sec. Welcome to Psychic Cafe, live from France. Awesome stuff. Let me send a message on Facebook and then we'll get started. I guess what I'll do is I'll just get going here. Just ask them how it's coming, getting back on. Meanwhile, I'm going to do the cards for the show that we do. We always do cards for the show. And oh, Sec says we can call them SM. I like Sec though. Anyway, because sometimes it sets up a trend. It's possible. So here are the cards of the day. And I've switched yet again. I was using Ciro Marchetti's Grand Lux, and I switched to Pamela Steele's the Steel Wizard Tarot for quite a while. And then, she was on last Friday, got her certified Tarot Grand Master. And now I'm back to the Llewellyn deck. I just love the Llewellyn deck. It's done in watercolor. The images, the major arcana are from Welsh mythology, but the images all in the minor arcana are pretty true to the Waite-Smith um, tradition. Very recognizable, yet better. Sorry, Pixie. I know she's rolling in her grave right now. Oh, bonsoir. Oh, Angela said bonsoir to Sec there. So this is what I got here: the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, sometimes that shows up and it's good luck. The wheel is turning in your favor. But it's talking about cycles. What goes down has to come up, what goes up has to come back down. It's the continuous flow and it can get chaotic. But the lesson from the Wheel of Fortune is, if you're on the outer edges, you see the animals on the outer edges of the wheel there, spinning around. If you find your way to the hub in the middle, it's like the eye of the storm. And then so all the changes and potential chaos is all going around you. You can observe it and not be affected. That's the lesson of the Wheel of Fortune. And that combined with the King of Cups makes a lot of sense, because the King of Cups, cups being emotions, the water element, the king, he, look at him sitting on that throne. It's solid, even though there's these waves and just breaking around him and everything like that, and fish and everything being thrown out of the water. Yet he remains calm, cool, collected, and solid foundation, solid base with that stone throne. And so he, the kings are the penultimate of each of the suits. So full mastery of the emotions. And so that's what this card combination is talking about. And it's, you know, I didn't think about it till just now, but it's extremely apropos with the election and what just happened. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune, things have turned. The chaos is starting, or will be starting. We need to steel ourselves. That's that King of Cups there. We have to have emotional control. So this card combination is basically shaping our destiny through emotional intelligence and understanding. You've got the wheel with the changes and the cycles, and the King of Cups, emotions through the change, keeping the balance, keeping your emotion in check, and being prepared to adapt, so that when the changes happen, you won't be emotionally out of balance. The Wheel of Fortune doesn't stop turning. I think originally in some of the older tarot decks, the Wheel of Fortune was actually Father Time. And that's what it's talking about. The big cycles, uh, you know, galactic cycles, universe cycles, down to the solar system and our astrological cycles, the cycles of the earth and the moon, and here on the earth, all the way down to the minute cycles that are going on. And we all live through a 9-year cycle of personal year numbers in numerology. Yeah. So this is very apropos for what's going on right now. We need to be prepared to adapt to the changes that are going to happen over the next few years. And remember to keep the balance. Okay. So there you go. Cards for today. And by the way, you may be watching this in archive a couple hours from now, or 2 days, or 2 weeks, or 2 months from now, 2 years from now. It's still apropos to you, and it'll be a little historic, because here we are right after the day after the election, and Trump got back in and is going to do another term as president. Um, and a lot of people are having anxiety right now. And so, those cards were just so apropos. Absolutely. So I'm going to go back to Nettie. Nettie wanted a message from the universe. Let's see. Okay, Daniel says she's working on it, computer issues. I'm going to tell them, well, if worst comes to worst, she maybe can go back to the original setup, because she was on camera and her voice was fine. The problem was Michelle would talk and I'd hear her just fine, but her mouth wouldn't start moving till about 10 seconds later. Oh, wait, I just saw a flash. I think she's coming on now. There she is.
Oh, we're trying.
You're trying.
Hello.
Well, that was fine because I was able to do the cards of the day and
All
get
right.
do all that stuff. Now Michelle's with us, and oh my God, I think your mouth is actually
Matching.
li- lined up with your audio. Look at that.
Wow, what a concept.
Yes. So I took care of the cards for today's show. I want to show
Yeah.
you. I want to show you because I hope everybody doesn't mind in the audience, but Michelle wasn't here. And these cards that came up are so apropos for today. Poor Charlotte. Charlotte was going to be on the show with us. She's actually going to take in a movie so
Yep.
she can escape for a couple of hours and get out of her head. So she's going to go watch the new Venom movie. She hasn't watched a movie in a long time, she said. And I said, yeah, don't worry about us. You go watch a movie and calm down because a lot of people's emotions are frayed right now. Look at the cards of the
Yeah.
day. Look what I got. I got the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh,
So,
wow.
there's those cycles changing. And, we have a 4-year presidential cycle, right?
Yep.
And we know what happened, and it can get chaotic with the wheel, with all the changes. It's not just the cycles. The Wheel of Fortune is about change and constant motion. The King of Cups, you know the waves are breaking around him, the surf and everything, but he's sitting on that stone throne, really solid, because he's the penultimate of the suit of cups, the water element, emotions. He's in control. And so that's what I said. This is perfect for what just happened, because
Right.
yeah, we need to keep the balance, remain in control, and be prepared. It's not like we don't know what's going to happen. And
Exactly.
I know people are going, "Oh my God, we don't know what's going to happen." No, we know exactly what's going to happen because he told us. Okay, and he lies about everything else, but at least he's consistent with what he's going to, screw up. And so this car combination is telling us to be prepared to adapt. So when the changes do start happening in the next 6 months, a year and a half, 2 years from now, 2.5 years from now, that we won't be emotionally out of balance, and we won't have the anxiety and everything, like a lot of people, including Charlotte, are going through right now. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. See if it comes up, you know, in our
Yeah.
in our readings and everything. I'm going to go back over the chat. I was just about to do a general reading for Nettie.
Okay.
So if you want to start pulling some cards,
A
I'm gonna
general reading for Nettie.
a message from the universe for Nettie. And then we have second here. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the name. All the way from France.
Nice.
Yes. And they said interesting images on those cards. Yes, they're really great
Yeah.
cards. If she says Trump is the more attractive. I don't know what that means. Um, Angela's here. Bonsoir. Oh, so Angela, Sec, any of you guys that or SM, we can call Sec said you can call me SM. Any of you have questions, go ahead and put the questions in the chat. Charlotte's here. I don't
Hi,
think
Charlotte.
she might not have left for her movie yet.
Ah,
I love it. Charlotte goes, Trump is more attractive than what? Yeah, because I don't know if they're talking figuratively or literally, but in either case, neither is true. There is no attractiveness there. Well, I take that back. Obviously, to the other side, he's attractive. I mean, if you're a a person feeling downtrodden, that's a young white male, or if you're a Nazi sympathizer, um, white supremacist,
Right.
you know, you find him attractive. Charlotte said a red ass baboon. Well, it's more like an orange ass baboon, but anyway. But yeah, Charlotte says, I'm a wreck. Oh boy. So what did you get for Nettie?
Okay, so for Nettie, the the first thing I noticed is I drew the man and the woman card. Okay. So I thought I pulled five cards for you, but I pulled the man and the woman card. So I thought I'd better draw a tarot card, and I got the lover's card. So this has to do with some sort of choice or a relationship. And I feel like it's more leaning towards a relationship. And I feel like it needs balance in the relationship because I got the sun and the moon card. And then I got the lilies. So we know that the sun and the moon, they work together and they hold a balance that stays with us, right? And you want some peace in this relationship. I don't know if it's a love relationship. It could be any type of relationship. The lovers does not necessarily mean a love relationship. But I feel like whatever relationship it is, there is missing a little bit of peace in this relationship. So you need to find the balance. Okay. You need to look for what is out of balance, get that put back, have open communication with this person, and then you are going to feel it more at ease and you'll have more peace going along the way. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing for you.
Oh, interesting. I pulled cards too, and this goes along with what you just said. Look, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, but
Wow.
look how they laid with her back to him,
Yes.
and he's not looking at her either. He's looking straight ahead. So, there you go, Nettie. Oh, and the Magician card. Remember, we always have the power.
Yep.
Yep.
And that goes along with the sun and the moon because we hold that power and we have the influences of these to help us. So yeah, absolutely.
And Charlotte's going on. By the way, I was comparing his face to the ass of said baboon, and I was like, yes, uh, trying to see. Oh, Charlotte says he has hit all my red flags, and life has taught me I have red flags for a reason. There you go. Oh, and you can grab us a cup of coffee, by the way. And that is psychic.cafe/coffee. I put the link in there in the chat, and you push that and you're given a bunch of options. You can grab us a cup of coffee. It's basically our tip jar. If you're enjoying the shows, if you get a good reading, or you just love hanging out with us, grab us a cup of coffee. Angela would love a general message as well. Angela, what am I getting for Angela? Hmm. This is interesting. So the Five of Swords, there's some kind of battle maybe happened. Maybe there was an argument or something like that. When you have more than a couple of swords, I mean, it's way too many swords. Swords are thoughts and ideas, overthinking things, too many swords. Basically, when this card comes up, I always give the advice. And if you guys have been listening, have been joining us here on the shows, you know what I'm going to say. I always say, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? I also got the Page of Pentacles. So is there somebody involved, somebody that's younger and studious? What's going on with that? And then the main message in the center here was the Six of Wands, the success card. So it looks like with whatever's going on with this dynamic with the Five of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, um, you can still be successful with that. And and with that, I'm gonna shove these cards back into the deck. There we go. Oh, and Nettie said the reading was spot on. Spot on. Yep. So we don't have any more questions yet. I was going to say, Michelle, if you want to pull a card for Angela, see what comes up. I feel like my message was, yeah, it was a good message, but it was kind of vague, you know. And Angela's going to have to interpret that what's going on because it wasn't readily apparent to me looking at the cards.
Okay, and she wanted a general message.
Yeah, it's general. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, so I have the scythe, which tells me there is something that is lingering that you need to sweep away, cut away, get rid of. Okay. And it had something to do with a commitment you may have made, but I feel like the commitment is not as necessary in this scenario as the thoughts of that commitment because we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, and that was the main card I pulled out. But with this card, it's the thoughts of the commitment that you are carrying around with you because we have the cross, and the cross indicates burdens. And so you are carrying around and letting it eat away at you this thought of what you are holding on to, this commitment you're holding on to, this contract, this past trauma that you need to get rid of. And then we have the bear and the stars. So you have the possibility of healing and being able to move forward, but the bear is letting you know it's going to take hard work, it's going to take strength, and it's going to take you to have a lot of compassion for yourself during the journey to healing because your hopes and dreams are there for the taking. You just got to take the road. Okay. And so I hope that's helpful for you.
And SM from France, sec. My question, according to my highest guides, is Sabine, and then in parentheses, past loved, and then is wanting to be on light path. Okay, so I think what Sec is asking is a past love of theirs is Sabine, and is Sabine wanting to be on the path of light? And I got the 10 of Pentacles. So that's a big yes. This is also a card of legacy. So, yeah, being on the path of light, there's an opportunity for it to be her legacy. That's what I'm getting. Angela had some feedback. Also resonates. I'm a people pleaser and I'm working through relationships that are no longer good for me. Oh, absolutely. Yes. And by the way, that is just in alignment with one of the cards of the day, the Wheel of Fortune,
Yep.
because we live through these cycles and people come into our lives for particular reasons to learn certain uh, life lessons, to do certain
Mhm.
things, and then they come in and then they cycle back out again. Yes. Sek is like, I still love her, and says, I'm surprised at the card I got. That 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Because also Sek, that is the card of family as well as legacy and familial legacy, familial um wealth and accomplishment and abundance. Doesn't have to be just money, it could be abundance in the relationship. So yeah, if you're still interested, that's a really good card to show up.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Mm,
the star card. You don't have to go any further than the star card.
exactly. Oh, I don't know. I think you were still trying to get on, and I mentioned when Deborah Zachow was on the show, and we talked about Decode Tarot, and I forgot to mention her deck from a couple years ago is Clarity Tarot. Love the box. Look at the box, the pop off top
Yes.
there. Yeah. And so you can go to psychic.cafe/clarity tarot to get that deck, Clarity Tarot. I'm going to put it in the chat here. And also, I'll put in Decode Tarot again as well. So it's psychic.cafe/decode tarot, psychic.cafe/clarity tarot to get the deck. And I just wanted to mention that because you weren't on, Michelle, and I was
Mm-mm.
telling the story about how on that show, Deborah was talking about the numbers and the upcoming election and things like that.
Right.
And I pulled some cards. I pulled a couple of cards for Kamala and a couple of cards for Trump, and I was wrong. My interpretation was wrong. But in hindsight, I looked at the cards again and realized, oh, the tarot was right, Michelle. I just interpreted it wrong.
It
And
happens.
it
Yeah,
happens. It happens. And
it
and this
does.
this is the cool thing, and it shows you, it doesn't matter whether you've been reading for 3 days or 30 years, you can still mess it up. The tarot's never wrong. It's the interpretation that's wrong. Um, and you know what I'm gonna do, Michelle, is I'm gonna be on her show on the 14th. So that's Thursday, November 14th. I'm going to be on Deborah's show, Grow Your Light, on her
Nice.
YouTube channel. And on that show, I'm going to bring that back up and I'm going to show the cards again. And I'm going to show everybody where it went wrong,
Nice. Okay.
because it'll be a great teaching moment,
Mm,
how to interpret cards.
yep.
And it's not always what you think. But the main gist of it was just not following my gut instinct. I had a gut instinct, but then I was thinking too analytically and looking at the cards that I got for Harris, and then I misinterpreted what was going on with the cards with Trump.
Yep.
Yep. And so that'll be a fun thing to talk about on her show.
It will. Yeah.
Okay. And Sex says, yes, certain life lessons, but sometimes the tests are so hard that we can be into negativities. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And I have experience with tarot readings, and I can say that you said truth. Woo. And the one who's asking the question should ask question well with consciousness for a better reading. That's another big part of it, is asking the right question. And then also when you're interpreting the cards, interpret to the question versus, just the keyword meanings that for a card or something like that.
Right.
Because you don't have a reading without the question. You can do a
Yeah.
general reading, sure.
What was the SM?
Mm-hmm.
So is SM a male or a female?
I don't know because
I
I don't
mean,
know French names, but I would think male maybe,
well,
because was talking about his ex girl. So,
oh, okay, there we go. I just find it very interesting because I got this tarot deck and now I feel bad for not using it for his question. But I pulled it out today and I haven't used it before. And I looked up the words because it is in French and
oh,
it's
it's in French.
Tarot de la Nuit, and it's Tarot of the Dark, but it's in
Oh,
French. So
that's
see, we
cool.
were prepared. I am prepared for him tonight.
That's right. Yeah, and
We knew you were
he
coming.
actually put it in the chat, male Sagittarius.
Awesome. Okay.
Angela says, very random topic. I had an interesting dream involving dragons. Ooh, that's way up my alley. Because
Yeah.
I was born in the year of the dragon. I love dragons. Do you have a dragon tarot deck? I actually have two dragon tarot decks. The first one was the first deck I ever received, ever had, ever owned, and it was gifted to me. And I have another one, and they're both called like the Dragon Tarot or something. It's really weird. They have almost like the
Interesting.
same title. Oh, and I did want to mention that Pamela Steele's Steel Wizard Tarot actually has a lot of dragons in it,
Yes. Yes, it does.
especially on the wands cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I can find any of them real quick here. She also has runes on these cards. There's also 88 cards instead of 78. So Pamela puts in 10 extra, which you can just take out and ignore if you're a tarot purist and only want to do the 78. But I find them to be very interesting, like the Weaver card 22. And we know the majors go up to 21. Not counting the Fool, which is sometimes card 0, card nothing, or card 22. Is that the Strength?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. There's a closer picture. There's
And
one with the dragon.
this one is another addict card, card 25, called Soul Twins. Look at this. Her hair is becoming the wings and the head of the bat, the head of the dragon, I meant to say.
And with the tower looks like two dragons. Or the tower looks like it's the head of a dragon at the
Oh,
top
yeah. There's a
almost.
dragon wrapped around it's what's crushing the
Yeah, but
tower.
it's just amazing.
Yeah. Oh, and look at this. Uh, she put Spock in one. Ah, just kidding. I think that's supposed to be like a elf, maybe. And then she's got like the Pegasus and stuff, but there's plenty of dragons in here. I'm just not getting the wands cards for some reason right at the moment. that have all the cool dragons on. There's some like very cool dragons on there. So
Really good.
that's another deck I have that has dragons and all kinds of other stuff too, but I love the dragons. Yeah, and if you're into TNA, there's a lot of TNA.
It's
That's
not
why
that bad.
that's why I think Dan loves this deck. Not the same reasons we do. Man, I just found more TNA. The judgment card's all TNA. No, I'm telling you,
Oh,
I'm trying to find one that we haven't shown yet, and I'm not finding anything. I'm telling you, I don't know what happened. I think maybe we have already shown all the ones that had dragons in it, and that's
I
why.
think so. Yeah.
There's still more cards here though. Anyway, anybody else have more questions in the chat? And then I do have some cool stuff about Maria Massa's new show, not new show, but uh the Angelic View coming back and stuff like that that I'll share in a minute here. What the heck? Yeah, I've gone through the whole thing. Oh, there's the
Uh,
deck again on the tower.
oh, yeah.
I love the tower one. Yeah, I guess we got them all. That's pretty cool. Comes in this great box with the magnetic top, and they're in the center like that. And then this fantastic guidebook. I mean, you don't need another tarot book. The book that comes with the Steel Wizard,
It's amazing book.
the book is all you need, and it's a box set. And by the way, uh, last time I checked, it was on sale. Let me put the URL in the chat. STEELE, steel with an E on the end, wizard. So it's psychic.cafe/steel wizard. And I'm going to click on that and check. Yep, it's still 27% off. So instead of like 30,
Wow. Yeah.
it was actually even cheaper than that. But instead of $34.99, instead of $35, it's $25. 25.51 to be exact. So yeah, that's the third edition with all the cool added stuff and all, and borderless design. Go check that out. So I'm gonna, while we're waiting for questions in chat, I'm going to pop back over here because Michelle's show is coming up on Saturday. Yours is the next show. Gratitude and abundance. And
We,
man, there's so much we can talk about that because gratitude and abundance is the beginning, like the fueling of the law of attraction,
it is. And
manifestation.
we need to have a little conversation about maybe moving my show to Sunday if possible,
We could,
or the following Saturday
um, wait a minute. Are you talking permanently or are you talking about,
for this Saturday.
oh, this Saturday?
Yes, for this in particular Saturday, I have to go to Reno.
Oh, you got to go back to Reno.
Yes.
Oh dear. Okay. Because we have the Zoom meeting
Oh, that's right. Well, we
on,
can move it. We
on
can move it a week.
Sunday. We have the Zoom meeting on Sunday. If you
Yeah.
if you want, um, we could move.
No, we can even just move it a whole week if you want.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna
Okay.
say, the easiest thing would be to move it from the 9th to the 10th. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, the 9th to the 16th.
Okay.
Yeah, because the 10th is our Zoom meeting. So, okay,
That's
so
right.
not this Saturday, next Saturday. I got to move everything now. to the 16th. And then your second show, which is the interview with
Yes.
Suzanne Warnett from UK, Witch Hazel, that's going to be on the 23rd.
Yes.
Right. So we can do that. And then, like I said, the 10th, we always do the second and fourth Sundays.
Yep.
So the 10th is going to be our next live Zoom discussion and Q&A on Zoom. Go over to psychic.cafe/Zoom for more information, times, everything like that. It's typically 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, but you can always go to psychic.cafe/Zoom for the dates and times and so forth. The link, the Zoom link to attend is on the private membership group and also on the private course group, because our students and our members are able to attend these meetings. So you need to join the guild or enroll in my course to be able to attend, because it's not just hanging around doing a discussion and Q&A, but it's also live mentoring, coaching. You get all of your answers, to all your questions. Get all your questions answered is what I meant to say. So all our members and my students enrolled in my course, make sure you mark this down, because this is your opportunity to get help with the course, to get your questions answered, to get coaching, get mentoring with your business, your psychic business, your tarot business, and so forth. And then, like I had mentioned, coming up on the 17th, which will now be the Sunday after Michelle's show on the 16th, is the Angelic View is coming back, and Maria has a co-host. And
Yay.
we've had Ginger on, and she's been interviewed before, and she's a member of the International Association of Angel Practitioners. And Maria twisted her arm and got her to join as her co-host for this upcoming season of the Angelic View. So we've got a new host on the network, and that's Ginger.
Wow, right on. How exciting.
Isn't that exciting? Yay!
Yes.
Awesome. So yeah,
Well, I can't wait.
I knew this was coming, but I wasn't sure if Ginger had agreed. And then I found out today, and Maria and Ginger both sent in their host fees, and so we're all set to go. And it's the new, Michelle, the new way for 2025 that we're doing the hosts, and they're the test case already doing this, where we used to charge a host fee by the type of show, whether or not you were a like guest co-host on one of these shows or had your own custom show. And then each custom show, depending on whether it was once a month, twice a month, 3 times a month, 4 times a month, it had pricing by the show. Now we're doing it exclusively pricing by the um by the hosts themselves. So it's $37 a month per host. And regardless of how often you're on, or whether you're a co-host here or you want to do a custom show, the trick to the custom show is this: however number of hosts there are on a show, it's $37 per host. We're trying to make it really, really simple. Now, in order to do a custom show like Michelle's, where you have a custom title, a custom banner just for your show, and you can, market it as a separate thing if you want. You can, it goes in with all of our podcasts and YouTube shows, but you can actually put it on your own channel, and you can put it on your own like separate podcast through the podcast outlets, things like iTunes and everything. You can do that, and we'll even help you with all of that if you want to. And what it is it's a minimum of 2 hosts to have a custom show. Man, my MacBook is just going crazy. It's like every time I do a hand gesture,
Yeah, I
something else
noticed.
is going on. I did not mean any of those, thumbs ups and
I
thumbs downs
know.
and balloons. Yeah, that's the computer doing it all on its own. It's not me. I can't help it. I'm Italian. I'm going to talk with my hands.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, getting back to the host. So that's how you do it. So to keep it really simple, we wanted something different and simple. So we had all these levels and just, oh my God, it was so complicated. Now it's just $37 per host, regardless of what. But if you want to do one of those custom shows where you have your own set date and time, like Michelle's is here, I'll pop back here. Um, Michelle's is typically the second and fourth Saturdays, right? And then Maria's is the first and third Sundays. Some people, in the past, like on Fridays, Catherine had her Compassionate Light show every Friday. It's a minimum of 2 hosts, and you can also have 3 up to maybe 4 hosts. And regardless of the number of hosts, each host just pays their $37, but you have to have a minimum of 2 of you and a co-host. And we do that because we find that the dynamic is much better with 1 or 2 co-hosts besides the host. So there's 2 co-hosts, 3 co-hosts, that the dynamic with the show works a lot better. Now, if you really want to do a solo show, you can, but instead of 37, you're going to have to pay twice 37. So whatever that comes out to be, 37 and 37.74.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Except for folks like Michelle, your grandfather did.
Yeah.
But going forward, you either have a co-host or 2, and each one of you pays 37, which is what Maria and who's her new co-host?
Ginger.
I forgot already. Ginger,
Ginger.
Ginger and Maria. I can't keep all this in my head at one time. Um, Nobody can really. You can only keep in your head plus or minus 5 or 7
Right.
bits of information. So
I
five
think
to
it's 7. Yeah.
yeah, 5 to 9 bits total.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's what Ginger and Maria are doing. And I was shocked that she remembered that I had announced that a few weeks back, that we were going to that system, because she said, I'm sending in my 37 and then arrange with Ginger to get her 37. I'm like, oh, okay. We're going to the 2025 way of doing things. Yeah. Love it. See, and then when I do the thumbs up, the computer doesn't do it. Oh, wait, there it is.
There it
Yay.
goes. Yep.
Yay. That was when it was supposed to do it. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it works now. If you just want to be a co-host on these shows, we call them Psychic Cafe Live, that we do throughout the week and a few on the weekends. It's $37 to be a host. And if you want your own custom show, get with a buddy or 2, and each one of you just pays 37, and you can have a custom show. And you can be on once a month, twice a month, like Michelle and Maria, bi-weekly or whatever, or you could be on 4 times a month, 5 every, sometimes there's 5, 5 Saturdays, 5 Tuesdays, the way we had it before, it was like, you had to pay for the, depending on the number of shows you did a month and all like that. That's all out the window. It's all just based on the host. And not only that, $37 a month to be a host on the network, which is dirt cheap, because instead of you going through that learning curve of how to do YouTube videos and how to do a channel and how to do radio and how to do podcasting, we've already done all that
Yeah.
for 15 years. So we just teach you. But in addition to that, you get your membership to the Tarot Guild free. You get your certification free.
Yep.
You get my course free. You get everything because you're paying $37 a month. You get everything included. So it's well worth it to come on and be a host. And it basically um, raises you up to be seen as the expert in your field, basically. It's like writing a book. It's equivalent to that. Doing a podcast, doing a YouTube show, doing a radio. Yeah. So yeah, just wanted to announce that I'm very excited for that change. And so it's going to be a lot easier for everybody. You don't have to figure out things and calculate everything. And, you don't have to go, oh, I can only afford to do a show once a month, and I really want to do weekly. That's all out the window. It's just $37 per host, minimum two hosts for a custom show. And the custom shows can be any number of times you want to be on a month. Very,
Yeah.
very simple stuff. And I'm excited by Maria getting a co-host now, Ginger,
Right. Yeah.
because I don't have to do it now. I used to have to be on those Sundays. I'll
Yep.
still be probably working some of the controls and stuff like that there, but yeah.
Yeah, but now you can kick back and be in the chat. Hey,
I'll
Dad.
be like a Michelle. I'll be like we always talked about a real producer where
Yeah.
I can do all that stuff and take care of the chat for them and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Really cool. Let's go back to the chat here. What's been going on? I know Emily came in, Angela Guides came in. Oh, Emily wants Michelle. Can you pull some cards on the next few days?
Okay.
She wants a reading on the next few days.
And this is Emily.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm seeing what Dan's all saying in here. And they're talking about deserted islands or something, and someone named Marianne. You never know what's going on in these things. Oh,
Okay.
maybe it's Gilligan's Island
Oh,
because it's
probably.
Ginger. Yeah, Ginger from Gilligan's Island.
Okay. So the first card I pulled was the five. It's the Five of Wands. I don't know if you can see that very well. But in this card, there is not any type of chaos. This card is about working together. And I don't know if you can tell, but they are all trying to collaborate on a project, okay? And then I have the Lady and the Rider card. So, and with this one, the way it is set, there is a message coming in for you in the next few days. So you need to be watching out for someone that's coming in. And it's going to be someone that has a passion for giving you this message. And this writer is going to be very serious and very devoted to finding you and making sure that this message is given only to you. So be on the lookout. And at the same time, you need to start. We have the Tree card. Now is the time to start looking into your health and start setting down those medical roots, if you will, right? Take time to soothe yourself, take time to self care. Okay. And because no one else can care for yourself like you can. And I don't know if that has to do with the message coming in or not, but that is the message coming through with the cards is self care.
Mm,
So that's what I have for you.
hope that helps you out. Yeah, I'm sick right now, Emily says.
That, yep, self care.
If someone just wants to give a donation, is that possible here? Okay, so the ways you can do that is on Venmo, you can do at Dax Carlisle, and you might need the last four of my phone number, 0714. Um, PayPal, let me double check on PayPal here because it's been a while since we used this. Um,
And mine's on my
yeah,
so
on your page,
yep, my page.
your profile.
That's it.
Psychic.cafe/Michelle.
Michelle.
Michelle. I think it's does I think PayPal me start still works. Dot me.
Yeah.
Let me try this link and make sure it works because it's been so long since we used, just for donations. Um there's the PayPal me one. And then on Venmo, it's the one up there. But the one we prefer you to use, of course, is just the coffee page. And here, I'll put it up so you guys can visually see it. There you go. It's psychic.cafe/coffee. Psychic.cafe/coffee. And you can buy us a cup of coffee right there and make it. That is making a donation. That's what that's for. Yep, yep, yep. Also, for future shows, because this show is coming to an end, we're actually a little bit over. It's past 7. I wanted to end at 7, but we got a little bit slow of a start because we know how that happened.
Oh yeah.
But also, for the next shows, if you want to make sure your question gets answered, if you want to thank us for the reading, if you want to jump to the front of the line and we'll stop whatever we're doing, go right to your question and spend more time with you, let you ask additional questions. That's all when you buy a cup of coffee at psychic.cafe/coffee. Let us know in the chat that you did that. And guess what? We'll go right to your question. Did want to mention, let's see, I mentioned that show where Deborah was on,
Mm-hmm.
Decoding Your Tarot. Be sure to go and watch that in archive. And also our 20th anniversary show last Friday. That was a hoot. And we gave Pamela Steele her certified tarot grandmaster certification. Yes. And that's over here. I actually have Pamela's certificate. Congrats.
Yay.
Yay. Tarot Grand
Yes.
Tarot Grand Master. That's right. And then of course we wanted to do something great for celebrating 20 years. So we have the anniversary sale. I'm going to put that in the chat too. Psychic.cafe/20 years. It's very simple to get there, or just go to the website and you're going to see the banner. Just click on the banner. Right, Michelle?
Yep.
So open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe slash 20 years. It's 20 years. And we said, hey, we got to do something fantastic. So we decided to bring back the lifetime membership, but not $499. No, one payment of $78 for life. I kid you not. That's our annual price, $78 a year to be a member of the guild. You only have to pay it once.
Yeah.
You're a member for life, and you get all of our, what we were describing earlier, our live mentoring and coaching on those Q&A and discussion sessions, our workshops, our trainings. I'm also throwing in my tarot and numerology course, Tarot by the Numbers, free. That's a $299 course. Professional certification is typically $138 per level. It's on sale right now for $69. But if you're not a member, you just pay
Right.
and your certification is paid for. Your professional certification is included as well. Any one of those things is worth the $78. And, grab it soon, because I don't know when, but I'm going to be putting the price up. I'm thinking of going up to 149, and then maybe two payments of 78, three payments of 78. I might just, escalate it up there. This is the only time that we're going to have the lifetime membership, because we've gone to annual and monthly memberships. And it's the only time you're going to be able to grab it for $78.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
you don't want to miss this deal. It's a great deal.
jump in on that. Jump in on that. Oh, I just pulled cards, and now I've got to back up. It was a really cool question, unusual question. I love the unusual ones. So it's our regular drops of Jupiter, Michelle.
Oh, hi, Drop.
You should pull a card on this too, just see what comes up. But she says, my friend in Florida, and by the way, I got the nostalgia card. I don't know if this is a lifetime friend, you know, something going on with that. My friend in Florida is asking me to buy a mobile tiny home for $1,000. $1,000? Okay. That's a red flag in my head right there. These homes were in the hurricane. I'm concerned about future storms. You think? Do the cards show this as an investment? Okay. So, I know what I would do. I would run, not walk, to the nearest exit, and zip away as far, and jump on a motorcycle and drive away at 130 miles an hour. You know, um, or if you can find a plane, that'd be even better, right? So this is the thing. Honest answer here. So we got the Page of Swords. Notice he's clutching that scroll there. It's talking about being analytical, swords, thoughts, and ideas. And, really look over all of the paperwork, the data and information, cross all the T's, dot all the I's if you're going to do this. Okay. You need to check into all the paperwork. You need to get the deed. You need to do a search on the deed and everything, because you need to find out, was this house water damaged? Does it have black mold? So it's inhabitable, not, how you say that? Inhabitable?
Inhabitable. Yep.
I don't even know if that's a word. Anyway, but you got to check all this stuff. You said it was in a hurricane. It's like, well, what condition is it in? It's just like buying a car. Has it been in an accident? Has it been, you buy a car down in Florida, it's like, well, is it a water salvage? You got to check all the records. The government has records on all this stuff. You can find out if it was water damage. You can find out if it has red, black mold is what I was trying to say. You need to check all that stuff, and the insurance. Is it insured now? And can it even be insured? Few things to think about, right? The Four of Swords, and of course, four is foundations and structure in numerology, literally a house. And look at the four swords there. And swords are thoughts and ideas. And she's dreaming, and it's like, what's coming in through the dreamscape. Maybe you need to take a step back, program your dreams, and see what answers you get. See what comes up from your subconscious. Your your higher self knows and communicates through your subconscious. But this to me, the Four of Swords from the old fashioned tarot meanings, the fortune telling kind of meaning, was it's a retreat or a vacation or a recharging or recovery, taking a step back. You need to take a step back. And the other swords card, you need to check all the paperwork and everything and reevaluate and look at all this stuff. I'm not getting a straight yes or no. The Six of Cups technically is a six of success. So, and the Four of Swords, that's a yes. And the Fool card, that is the only major arcana I'm getting. And major arcana cards are a yes. They're a big fat yes. But in this case, it could be the other meaning of the Fool card that we don't talk about a lot. See, a lot of times you get the Fool card in a reading, the first thing the reader goes is like, yes, the universe wants you to go for it. Take the leap of faith, go for it. Sometimes it means what it says. Sometimes it's literal. Sometimes it means, are you being foolish? Get it? The fool. Are you being the fool? Are you being foolish? Buying a $1,000 trailer in Hurricane Path, Florida. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to, but I know one thing. I'm not going to tell you to buy that property. I'm not, and that's not what the tarot's for. We shouldn't be making decisions for you. And honestly, looking at those cards, I don't feel that there's a strong, how do I put it, Michelle? Like the original question was, I'm concerned about future storms. Yes. But do the cards show this as an investment? I'm not sure that those cards say investment. I didn't get any pentacles, you know? I didn't get any investment cards. Like if it was the 10 of Pentacles, that would be a strong indication of investment, or the Six of Pentacles or something like that. No, I'm getting swords cards telling you to be
Yeah.
get into your mind and out of your heart and look at this analytically, right?
Yep.
What'd you get, Michelle?
Well, and it's interesting because I got the Ten of Swords, which means to me, this is going to cause a lot of thoughts that can really bog you down, right?
Oh, wow.
And I got the Six of Swords, which we know six is success, but in this card, the boat's going bye bye. the
Yeah.
boat's, the boat's sailing away. And we've also got the bear and the cross. So if you decide to get this tiny trailer house, you're going to need a lot of strength to get through, because it's going to cause a lot of burdens, and it's going to cause a lot of, not burdens, I would say, but it could cause a lot of debt, which ultimately could cause burdens, right? And then on the positive note, it could turn around and be a place for you to have, your own spirituality zone, your own meditation place, if you will. And so you have to look at both the pros and the con.
Hmm.
If it can be salvaged for $1,000, even to the point of just having it to where, hey, you have a place that can, maybe it won't work as a home, but it'll work as
Vacation
a
home or something.
retreat. Right.
Retreat.
What is what is the $1,000 worth to you?
Well, yeah,
What is
because
that tiny trailer worth to you? Can you make it sentimental? Because
well,
if you
that's the
can,
nostalgia card I got.
exactly. And if you can turn this burden card into a spirituality or a safe place or a comfort zone. So I would say it could be a good option.
Yeah, and the thing that I'm looking at is like $1,000 makes it sound really tempting, but that's not the total cost. What is it going to cost to insure it? What is it going to cost? It's just like, even if it wasn't Hurricane Central, you're buying a car in here in Arizona, you still got to check. It's not the car payment. It's like, well, what's the gas going to cost? What's the insurance going to cost? There's other expenses. What's the upkeep? You gotta look on some of the websites and find out what the average annual repairs are on that car. Same thing with this situation. It may look tempting because it's $1,000, but what's it going to cost to rehabilitate the place? You know, renovate it, bring it back up to code. Uh, was it water damaged? And then even if you can do that, what's it going to cost to insure it? So you have to add all those things too. And now maybe your $1,000 has gone to $20,000 that you need.
Yeah, check it all out first.
Check it all out first. That's the main thing we're getting. Okay, that didn't work. Trying to shuffle my cards without cooperating. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try that again. So we need to get out of here. It's the bottom of the hour. Uh Started off a little rough there, but that's okay.
Yep, we got back into it.
We
Yeah.
got back into it. Uh, okay. And we gave all the donation information to SAC. And Dan was saying about subscribing. We always forget that, Michelle.
Oh, yeah, always.
Always, but please like and subscribe the
Yeah.
channel. We're getting really close to that first level of monetization. Yes, yes. And if I go over here to our channel, how many we've got 754 videos. Jeez.
Wow.
We have 648 subscribers. We already have the 500 for the first level, but we're getting closer and closer to that 1,000.
Good.
You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to get monetization. And then we get ad share 60% on every watch hour. After that, people watch, our, not the watch hours, but they watch our videos and
Yeah.
see the ads. And we get ad revenue through AdSense with Google. Yeah. So that's a 1,000 subscribers we need. So please subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Please subscribe. Oh, look, the cat came to visit. Like, are you done yet, Mom? And
Guido.
let me check in the studio here real quick where we're at for getting the super chats. So, there's the supers, like super chats, super stickers, super thanks that we can do during the shows and just in general.
Yep.
We have 2,849 public watch hours in the last 365 days. So that is just shy of, I mean, there's, I'm looking at
So
the
close.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at the slider and it's like this much left. That's
Right.
in fact, it's a lot closer than the last time I looked. It's 100. 151 watch hours is all we have left to hit
Wow.
1,000. And we already have the 500 subscribers for that first level. Then we're going to get the super chats and the super stickers and super thanks. It's going to be great.
Awesome.
So go ahead and please like the channel there. And hi, Kelsey. One of our regulars came in. Crystal
Hi,
Rose. Hi,
Kelsey.
Crystal Rose. Yeah, we're just getting out of here. We went a little over by a half hour, but that's okay.
Yep.
We'll see everybody on, I was going to say we'll see you on Saturday, but you're not going to be doing your show till the next week. So what I'll do is I will look into doing an impromptu show.
Okay. Awesome.
I might just pop in here and do a show at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, which
Okay.
is noon my time now because the clock's changed and ours didn't. Very,
Yeah.
very confusing, but somehow I'm able to last 15 years keep that in my head when doing these shows. Um, so yeah, I might just do that. And then for everybody else, if I don't see you on Saturday, I'll see you all for the Zoom discussion and Q&A on Sunday.
Yes.
You're gonna be able to make it for that one, right?
Yes.
All righty. Bye,
Yep.
everybody. Keep a lookout for the
Bye.
show. Yay. And we're done.